Dance, dance, dance. Shelby, dance. Dance. Good girl.
In turn, he finds Ben Garuccio, who makes it 2, right on the stroke of the break.
Well, this goal is down to Ben Garuccio. Look at this.
It's Garuccio and Wales once more.
Is she barking at it? What's that? Don't worry, she's not. Days when we know we're both going to be out, we usually try and give her like a long run in the morning. But when it's like, it's been miserable, so it's hard to take her out. She comes home and she's like filthy. So then we got to wash her and she hates that as well. So I'm looking forward to summer because like I let her run around for 10 minutes and she's dead. She's a hunting dog, so she goes for the birds. She'll literally just go mad, like the sparrows, they fly low and she just chases them like the whole time. Yeah, this is my sanctuary. So instead of going out for coffee every day, like we'll just make one and then we take her for a walk and yeah, just chill. That's basically like our morning ritual, which is quite nice. So no bad coffees out of here. No bad coffees out of here. So no, it's easy. This one's the latest. The one that we can't forget about. And then, yeah, I can't even see these with the grey wall behind, but I think there's 2 of them are for Goal of the Year and one's Player of the Year. And this was the PFA Team of the Season, which I was on the bench for. Not happy about that. Everyone says to me like, oh, you know, how do you keep your motivation after you've won something? Like for me, I played 8 seasons and never ever won anything. And now the last 2 seasons I've won stuff, and now that I've tasted both, like I would much rather be winning than losing. Like you work all year, all pre-season, the whole season you work so hard to get results, and then to have nothing to show for it at the end is a bit disappointing. So I think like, you know, winning, you can't beat winning, and it's the best feeling. So I hope to have a few more of these. I don't think you get probably close to any of those other things if the team doesn't do well. So I think that was the case last year. Like so many of us looked good because we're playing in a good team, and I think you can't forget about that. And those individual things they'll never happen if you're not, you know, feeling like you're an important part of the team and you know, a cog in a well-oiled chain. Is that the saying?
Much better from the Wanderers and set the game up nicely, but Western are in good nick as well.
Oh my word! That is extraordinary from Ben Garuccio. A scorpion kick that's going to be replayed for weeks and weeks.
The best part about it is like, I always wanted something in my career where I can hopefully one day show my kids and, you know, my grandkids and things like that. And that was probably that moment for me because, you know, obviously I think everyone inside of them, everyone knows what they can do, what quality they have, because, you know, everyone's been on their own journey and you know, everyone believes in themselves, and that's why we are professionals. But sometimes it's not always as easy as just, you know, because you've got that quality that you go out on the weekend and you can show it. And for me, you know, I think that's something where, you know, I've always been not disappointed in myself, but I've maybe, you know, looked back and gone, you know, I wish I sort of believed in myself a bit more, and I could have done more in this game, and I could have given more, and, you know, I always feel like I can give more. And last season was probably the first time where I actually could look back and reflect and say, like, you know what, like, I'm so happy with the way I played. And obviously to have something like that happen is unbelievable. But it's not like I've said, oh, I knew I could do a scorpion kick, but I always knew that, you know, I could show more than I had previously. And I was just happy to sort of show myself that I could do that.
Just 3 years after they were admitted into the A-League, Western United have won the A-League Championship. Absolutely extraordinary.
I think maybe one person had us in the top 6. I can't remember who it was, but no one else had us in there. And like, that's the stuff that just makes me want to play even 10 times harder just to prove people wrong, because, you know, people wrote us off before we even kicked a ball. And I think everyone sort of said that. Everyone wrote us off before we even kicked a ball. And you know, we believed, we knew what we were doing, we believed in the way we were doing things, and we stuck to that, and we were successful in the end. And I know that the way we work is right. I know that we've got a game plan that we're all very confident about, the coaches and the players, and I think if we work to that, we can be successful again. It's not guaranteed, but I know that we'll be challenging and we'll be right up there. Yeah, so the guys at Conrad and the team at Werribee Automotive Group, they sorted me out. So yeah, brand new MG, which is unbelievable, and I'm due to get I think the new Honda HR-V in the next week or so. So yeah, looking forward to getting into that, and they're a great support for us at the club. One of our major sponsors, and they look after us so well. So I'm very grateful to have them on board with the club. So this is Aberfeldy Silla Maria. It's a place that's like pretty close to me, or to my heart, because my cousins, they opened this. So it's basically like a Italian grocery / cafe. They do food and coffee as well. So yeah, it's quite a cool little place that they've opened, and I actually lived with them when I first moved to Melbourne. When I was 17, they took me in, and yeah, it's people that I'll have in contact for the rest of my life, and they're great people, and yeah, I come here and I work a little bit for them as well. So it's nice. It's a nice place to be, and it's a nice place to work, and sort of somewhere to come and get my mind off football, which is nice sometimes as well. I would love to maybe open my own coffee shop one day, so it's really good for me. Like, work experience is quality, so I love it. Con, are there more beans?
Beans?
Yeah. There's usually a little thing.
No.
There's none?
No.
So what I'm going to need to do, use a new bag.
Yeah.
Can you grab me that? Yeah, I met her when I was 20, when I was just leaving Melbourne City to go to Adelaide United. So that was a bit, we did long distance for like 4.5 years of our relationship, and we've been together now for like 6 years. So a long time. We did a long stint of long distance, and that was Adelaide to Melbourne and also Scotland to Melbourne. So yeah, we've done it tough. So it's nice to now like be in the same city, and it's never really been difficult, which I think is a good sign in a relationship, when it's not difficult and not an effort. And yeah, that's how it's always been. So it's she's supported me a lot, like throughout my journey, like through my injuries, and especially when I was going through a tough time, like with my ACL in Scotland. So yeah, like that's what it's all about, I suppose. So yeah, very grateful for her, but she's got to be happy with that, surely. It was a sharp learning curve, but it was something that I think matured me a lot as a person, and something that I needed, because I couldn't even set my own alarm to get up for school. Like I was babied a lot, as most kids are. That's all you know until you move out, and it was nice. It was a nice change to learn about, why your parents always pester you to turn the lights off and things like that, and clean your room and things like that. So matured me a lot as a person. After that, I was with the under-20s national team. I was doing quite well with them, and I got a call from John Aloisi, actually. And he wanted me to come down to Melbourne Heart. And I did this whole journey with Stephen Moore, who's my best mate, and he ended up signing for Melbourne Heart as well. So we went from Adelaide to Canberra to Melbourne together. And my cousins actually took him in as well. So he lived with us as well. It's pretty crazy, to be honest. Obviously, that's just the way football works, and why it's important to be a good person, first and foremost, because you just don't know when you'll cross paths again. And he was probably the first person that believed in me, and as I said, without him, I potentially wouldn't be a professional footballer. At that stage, I didn't have any other offers. Adelaide United, who I was an Adelaide boy, it was always my dream to go back there. They hadn't offered me anything, so yeah, who knows? I might not have been a professional if it wasn't for him. So he took that first original gamble on me, and yeah, just the whole thing about it is pretty ironic. And you know, even Hayden Fox, he was the assistant then as well. So like, yeah, you couldn't really script it, to be honest. And then obviously first year to go and then win it just tops it off. But as I said, like he's a really good person, first and foremost. Obviously with everything that he's done in football, you know, it wouldn't be unreasonable for him to sort of look down on us a little bit because of the career that he had. But he never does that. Like he's so approachable as a person. I think probably everyone at the club, not just players, like even staff, would say that he's a good person. Like, you know, he always says hello, you know, asks about you, he cares about you. And that's how you want to feel, you know, in the workplace, whether you're a player or a staff member, that, you know, people care about you and they appreciate the work that you do. And yeah, I think he's just, first of all, a really good person. And yeah, I'm very thankful for his guidance, you know, him and Hayden Fox for their guidance and their belief in me. And yeah, I owe a lot to them.